So to wrap up our deadlift series, the last thing that we're going to talk about, and it's my favorite thing to talk about, but also probably the one most important thing that we can do while we're deadlifting, and it's intra-abdominal pressure. If you've been with us for a little while, you know that we talk about belly breathing and we talk about intra-abdominal pressure all the time. And the reason is because it creates that stability of our spine so that we can hinge through the hips when we deadlift. If you think about when people get injured, it's because their spine rounds, they flex forward too much, and they overload the tissue on the disc, right? So if we're creating intra-abdominal pressure, we're creating the pressure in the front of the belly. If we are flexing, now we are flexing not over tissue, but we're flexing over that pressure. So it saves us. So it allows us to get into maybe a little bit of spinal flexion, but still be able to control it and not put all that pressure on the disc. It puts support back into the front of the spine. The other common way that people get injured is they overextend and they just arch their back. And Ryan talked about getting pars fractures. So when people overarch their back and they just are so scared of flexion, they will actually have that bone on bone, and it creates those pars fractures, but it also creates just pain and tenderness in the spine. And the way that we can correct that is by creating pressure in the front so that those low back muscles, they don't have to do all the heavy lifting and they don't have to do all the work. If you have stability in the front, then you have a good sandwich of pressure in the front and muscles in the back that support the spine and allow it to hip hinge the way it's supposed to. So breathing might be boring to most, but if we do it properly and if we are able to breathe properly, we can create a great brace so that we can support our spine and we can make sure that when we are deadlifting, we're doing it the right way. The other reason that we are doing breathing with our deadlifts and why we should deadlift in the gym is every day we are deadlifting, right? And if we do it in the gym and we are creating good pressure in the belly, our body will just naturally take over when you bend over to put a sock on, when you bend over to pick up groceries, when you bend over to pick up a child, right? So we use the deadlift as a great training exercise for people that have low back injuries, all those things, because we know that it's such a natural movement and it is a great way to introduce intra-abdominal pressure with the tension of weight and things like that. So if you're a deadlifter, if you've been going through the programming of Deadcember this whole month, make sure that we're still breathing properly. We're getting good pressure. Your guys' backs may be a little sore from all the deadlifts if you've been doing it, but breathing is a way to kind of get those muscles to relax, get that soreness to go away, and also support us and get stronger spines, but also heavier weights with our PRs, the PR party that's coming up with the Deadcember. So breathing, boring, but very, very important.